Ebusia, good news eba, ensemde eba. Si ejina mnemu na apila ye mame ekono. Omu ejina mlano soa. Enkunimdie bekodi ya mame a. Odo Broni eklano. Pin onenoma omunya. Eye law eda court of appeal. This story no ebiasi the same ye mame Akosua Serwaa story no. Enti di video no obema na wahwe na watie enkyerɛkyerɛ a upcoming lawyer central fee ekoti the new law omode baye ewo court of appeal abusua ensɛm no law no ene wasi yedi ye adwuma wa sɛ ye maame enya ne justice emrekwa law no kasa omo anyira sa law no so no mo ye polom parliament baby a case imbe kwa koduru no enya Ghana hango a straight to international until say mami ebenya ne justice yebasle so obenya konya a subscribe your channel no ede amai na channel no etimi grow ama bibia etimi ateta na kwem elho M&B Express Logistics se men kanchero se enha ho entoka ewo Ghana ha just frewom na enene nkasa no mo shipe cars ni free Canada mlo Ghana esanze ohwe de Akosua Ghana ye cars no F pa ye cars no F papa but Ghana no ene ye de ba na no boa ye den ba Canada ye F enti film no mo shipe cars mlo na bibia ntimi nda akwem eho yenya kwenya nye nkohwe video we emla na mame enchia me mame a ye fe no ma beta obezi wo Canada ma nyame enka ho ena afenso ko US so dia ye mame ma die nyina eye ma udini dia mebo a na bibia dedem kama ewo ho enti ma Sandra enso bronze ena afenso no yen star boy superstar mame kojo bewu abaluteli no mame Mr and Mrs bewu encha kese enkomo bibia yenko nyenkohwe video no emra asem no enya agita
we answer me no me nyanje lawyer de ba me paralegal me assist lawyers
okay paralegal okay
after ma apply to menya admission makoye law to asoa
all right kasa
na the minimum ordinance marriage any customary marriage no any say so obi wale customary or won kwan so wale dodo bia ope emfanisa ba se ba no ordinance oni hu kwan bo ba bia kopem se sa ordinance no twam na okono mremu a bra ordinance marriage no ewo ho no se okowo ma enkola no omunni ne hu chefa bia according to the law na appeal court the judgment be by they say almost similar issue with Lumba ne Akosua de ne odoble no de pepepe na maame na ordinance marriage tiati so odoble ni akotena obi ordinance marriage hu no ne na wo man appeal court judgment or the buy no na mpese me kai bi no bia tie bi ne ye hwese odoble ni ma ene odoble ni lankasa no if omwo japade o Lumba ho anaso mu ne hwe this appeal court judgment a buy wo my member date no bia hu we the case between Coleman versus Sean 1959 court of appeal judgment a precedent da na me be kan said omo apply ordinance law no into this case no be ati enwa kakra bi no mechechire kakra baby ehia me na mpesa mu nyina mote ase or say turning to our marriage ordinance, it can be seen that under section 49(1), the only child who can be illegitimate akwala onni hu kwan go nipa kro no mo kan wasem na japa de ni bibia no
That is a empranaba.
Empnaba no ha see the only child who can be illegitimate under the ordinance is the child procreated in adultery. In Todoboni Bano, they were procreated under adultery because Odoboni na oni olumba omo ye adultery omo sawale. Ntakola na efrima ba no oye illegitimate.
Many abe just omunya empranaba.
Omunya emprama.
Go my monte ase.
Ah. And I'll say section 49
Right. That's what I am Panaba.
Good. But the mechanism no matter here.
Right.
Section 42 provides that adultery shall not be held to include the intercourse of a man married by native customary. And this said, Ubia wale customary now so no about fair with the and on any adultery and yampanama because customary na ma can say with me wale be nti no de yampanama na emu obi a we ordinance de ukọ ordinance na chi a o say yampanama. Now yanto aso bio me ko be japade che no wono o say the 3 children
Santo Mr. Jamame, answer. Not just say when there's a legal marriage, not be man ko a chair and crano. Omo kwano mo ho asem meboa.
Omo ho asem omo ni japade kra.
Legal marriage na ni na japade.
Okuni Santrofi.
Wow, when you kasa.
The campaign me ye ni nyina se koku next any Santrofi mesrem. Pedu minianum more tab bi am platform sa. Me campaign me ye nyina ne se. Enu ama bi enya adwen se me koshia or the phobi koku Kristo. Santrofi wa bona bread actually one na yede aye can say ordinance marriage near that yeah nanso no mepe kwan bi so ne koku aye da akwa because Ghana man na kire say mpo no me ne koku kowo a koku japade bi no se wo kire bi koku ni ho a nesi nyankopɔto nsafre na ne japade bi a me mabenya so chafa.
Yeah, so question and I'm busa Santrofi no. Yes.
Adentina yenye emre bi nso ma se be ma no woni ne kotwem pna kra ne se owo ayira waye no amamele kwan so aye mlem kwan so ne se ameye official be be ne japade bia no wo makra ni hu
I know that Santrofi e kan
no. I don't know sanse no. Woni ni se sanse mu nka eto bi twa na Santrofi.
And na me be kai the law is there. This one from an appeal court. What about me for one more of it here? Or can the same decision that can be pepe? What did you say? Any marriage which a man purport to contract by customary law while the marriage under the ordinance still exists is null and void. And any children of that relationship are illegitimate. In this ordinance marriage
Santrofi me wonu asem ko pe de was ma okanyina no on say ye nuan mo da side no person mo kire say impo no ene odo Broni ne ne ma me bia no de duru mate no so no ma me no de duru makotwe mpana kora na ho no waye de wowu ato ena Ghana law no so kire say court no kora na sa ma ye dorinda adawoma wa ma dore odo Broni ba ye wo yire se empran kran so na omam ye be kire se bebia no de duru batie ana se wono wo yire kwa na akotena abobra na se oba na akotena bebi kura na se kire wo kofa empran do no kotena fie ho na eda ba ko da be nu se wona wo firi mu a enam se oba na betena fie ho na nipa bi betimi abedi adan se oba na tena fie ho afi mfi mienu na otwe bosom nsia na adade nyina no wona be ye no efia na be ma no na etie
matrimonial
se no wo yes enti no ese di fie ne ma oba no
eno no de
Santrofi reading way
eno de it depending on ma se wa so because okay mama mfa ne say Lord Dorinda the judgment no buy no or my no enye questionable the lady the judge in law or you from so omremu as a kwa appeal na so sikasema mbemu a ma Akosua will win the case A co-host so young appeal, moment to Supreme Court.
Can't over there time, they're now kind of trust.
Okay, I mean to us.
Why we are not about Willie?
Or say, and out to us, or say, the 3 children which the late Stephen Coleman had by his first wife, Adeline Johnson, are legitimate children and have equal status with the respondent. Issue of the marriage under the ordinance with Wilhelmina. Nti nkwala na ye ni omo man ne Wilhelmina na ye ordinance wife no wo ye ni nyina no se ne ma ni nyina ye legitimate. Na nkwala na ye ni mpena ma ne wo ye ni de o see they are not like they have nothing. Bi omo ni papa no bi bia. Ma me fan twas na obi nyina mo ntie se do kan. O say the 10 children whom the disease had by the defendant during the lifetime of his wife, that is Akosua, were procreated in adultery and are illegitimate as far as ordinance marriage is concerned.
Wow, nice about. Who says Nina? Senye Dorinda na kwa say ni na yede no credit is omamare under civil marriage and can kurano benefit from she
100%. That is the law.
Wow. Twaso trophy.
Or see the marriage between the deceased and the defendant celebrated in accordance with native customary law after the demise of Akosua is a valid marriage. The Akosua and son of Broni Babe Wale ne dia nkasa marriage is valid. But the fact say Akosua ne lumba wale na exist na Akosua trans etias na awale jai bia ma ne die. Customary marriage cannot cancel ordinance marriage. Ndi hona na pesa obi atiase.
That's a judge nim say sa no kurewe wo say so jima amena aware kan na waye ne tum e wo Ghana court hono ma president ne mana ko bra agu mebo a
exactly
etime dem jina we so atu obi oba asori ifu say e se utim say asema aba ne tuba akwata obi kunu ho a emra pa ne ne eden ebe we
me say mami kotu law
Santrofi ansana be kotu we you know kwakwe so wo hwe ensem sha ase the way a court sem sha ase ko na wuti the way na Broni lawyers na kan Baba Jaman Crawford no edumpo mo support ni na chere say ebia Santrofi asma wo kan no ebia no bia dey ewo idea about that but what pretend say we dey wonimu nemu no omo pese omo nim say bibia nkosenti no mo pese yenu aba na enye kuna no mo kasa no brush ni maybe out. So now no it has come to our notice say upon all this no mo yenu adade nyina no Broni nenema they don't have anything after because they don't bad bibia no tiase no so anye bibia ama no a ene no wo no omo ni chefa bia wo
omo ni chefa bia
against Mamia Akosua one quarter be or the baby bia.
Right. Even only that crowd money we marriage certificate no here.
Pe omutrimo pono ene say German president kra sole no ko Ghana court. Do the krata akoma say Mamia Akosua Serwaa on the rumba awale ni ginamu pintin a. Sira no mbaka so me dey. Omo judge no ebi ase katashise bi Akosua obaka so wanyi ntum. And then Hawaii, I may I casatintin on Koku.
Right.
Santrofi.
Yeah.
Santrofi just jumbo.
Indeed, the Court of Appeal case we by 1959, Coleman and Sean, judgment no by it has never been turned down by any Supreme Court, so it's still valid. Say Mpanama Unia Japadie ordinance marriage mu. That is it. That's the law. 19 November, this judgment in by American in 23rd November 1959, Court of Appeal in Accra. The case between Coleman and Sean. That's the Court of Appeal judgment. The judge, read the judgment. The fellow, Van Valley, as CJ, Chief Justice, on this argument with the buyer. To all the judges no lolling that they know, but because of Abian Sakesi that they're cheating, all pretend the actors are saying we will name and Obama or Broni a legitimate wife. But in law, no, we empire, and therefore, Nemano, they have nothing to get from ordinance marriage.
Yeah, but Central Fee says sanity there. You pay and consider when almost say that room by share in your back to a Broni and Atabia Atabra etnasi. Now, on any warning. Now, at the time, my mare says I was to try a crater. I commanded the room by say, me who say, we see in disabled crano. Me who say, Wobo Braboni, intino, Minua Wale crying to and this a court on a class or a judgment to be now. Uncle Sidan says so at that time, my Mamma could say, why a trace acrata and a coin, no Dobroni, what did the room by mano? And Crabena no more.
Exactly.
And that means a San Crana dead room by no mamma or Dobroni was that time in ano. Cotton, they don't have to consider them. Because in conformity, make us say, and I say, by a change up at their crowd, Dobroni or my baby, my Mamma could say, why. Manner yet get 20 sign money that which means some crana will warm that time in Nadino. Sabi and Praba in the court
and not any and not you. Or where's ASEM we are and Pramano not only 10, but Odobo there's only 6. We're not only 10, not 10 they are illegitimate. Only 10. Only Mark 10.
6. Wow.
Only 10, Mark 10 was court say they are all illegitimate as far as marriage ordinance is concerned.
Wow.
That's the Court of Appeal judgment, 1959, 23rd November 1959. The case between Coleman and Sean. Judge Bialo e Bianco Feb no read or Doboni for Yamuko Ridibi. Namu the status of Odoboni in Nema. No crana gana from Besomoka.
Now, only say, dear. Santo Fe, a dear ma and nipa bebre dear near back to an chin and say, oh, say Ghana for no, or we are no now, and Okutan Kora, and on the share no, yes, that I know America. Oh, that's a quite person convincing crown because Ombusum crown may don't take advantage. Sabi Obini, Bema on an area at Nasi, upon a bra, na a black and baby or my bibia. It's a Bema no intimation of connoisseurs walk home, crown chair. Udo pese chise wako won kura ntino maame no ye fans maame akosa wakura sebe wangu because wangu ntino obi akwa wo ama be ma ntino ye meje ne japade nyina ma oba na na
say ASEM we start no the man be ka ho bi no and they say me reason say Mr. Di ma Akosua hu say ma Akosua ye obatampa enti say Broni blend once here, and I can testify minimally there, but I can say tell them
100% from Mami we will be Abeka. And Kobeka say, I'm Rawi in Yajuma. And Kaonka say, a camera Yajuma on Kranos.
Exactly. Go from planning Yagro.
Right.
For the sake of Lumben.
Sad debate here, as I'm to feel Nico, people who are against us. Now they do need no we are saying. Do maybe my meko says wow share do na wo no de room at but no panasempa until that room who's obey biano no trust obey cover up but this particular lady no minimum
you na say already gwana BS ya enkwara no ko no akofo ma be hwe but nan camera we so ho we need to gwana ko free
minimum crofo ya dey a true you know
meba na say on a more serious note na meba really the American say ma mosi so mamonfa oprega de ne nyam ho sem de bom ho safo ne because enye sika sem bi na course so bribe bi na course so a enka no kura pa ne say so bi ware under ordinance marriage and civil marriage ade oni ni kunu no kura akwo a enkura no kura ntimi benefit from ajapade unless say enipa na ne yire no mom na beka say enye hwe mi kunu ma. It means someone very careful was idea no so far.
And one is obey so. Unity ase no. Bomodi aso obey japade ma separate o baby.
Yeah. And the Kokwe, and
right.
Mokan and I say, Sisi no side na ekoso no. Em say Ghana law mu no, o ma side na that all. And you know, if there is a way a bit me a champion that idea and say, Sebi, Sebe may be and then a rebel bra. Na be man be ban in some na so ko twempra no ko wonchen a. E ma wo no ba no, be man ko twempra na o de baba no ma kire se obi nya na japade. Ebi.
Na is obeso che say yemmo sa emra no ho dawru nya sa na akan.
That is it because
and yeah Santo Fiama.
I give you
Miss me kwa ko read bia bia bebo ho dawru pa.
Ama ye nuama no bia na kire se sabi se obi woni sika kra na se obetwe o hia no young girl to the camp na dey there obema ho kwa no aye da akwa akoda ena no koda no utenye ya awo bebem sa awo bem a ofiri se papa ro wo japade nti se wanwalo kra na oba we dey e wo property wo and say asma ko court nya sa ya ko hu se sebe woni nye papa na anwalo no nko ana se wawalo obi se wa ye no wedding na wa ko twempra papa na ko twempra bia na ka se ka bigami ye da chen na chen no oba no ebia wo dey ko page apade a unya oba ni nya
unya se me kwa minim anyway Adelaide wakasa I'm say Santo Fianya ko Adelaide wakasa
yeah kwa kuna kame no me ba beka emaya kokon ene se loyalty square etc maja ya no
pa Santo Fi so be yeah and Santo Fi land and abeka sa wi na Santo Fi ato aso why
say no waba okay you na man into aso
Santo Fi to aso na say amanfo very
we small even am dey be fam we wo e bia emre bia ma propose na ma Akosua die kwa ende a matomla ni din Akosua Serwaa bill na eno no ya mi wi a mepe MPB na ma ya reso obetimi push you as a private member bill a
right na say me about me can twa no amount for team league na yi next 4 years e be file MP so na amount for nim team we dey media
good we dey instead of mama Akosua say ware na say team legal wife bill
team legal wife me say protection of marriage and family stability bill na ebia na ya no Akosua Serwaa act and I say team legal wife act
right
na matro bible wa hanom but e bibia ko yende a me push ama others no be review ni ape MPB ni push as a private member bill purpose ne say me wayire as ordinance na obana me no twemp na se man kan kiro na sa woni mbe na so be hu you can sue me for money. What I say? Some culture say me
Santo Fi in the opposite of the Omonda Mabonteke ka say I say ka Mama Akosua na kosi we no na say ka oprega so hu say Mama Akosua bagana lumba wa yire ka so kokosi lumba me boa
exactly sa pepe na pese
kasa wa ba nepa ye pa na next week o ma kasa
yeah sa pepe na pese because we want to protect the family stability so obi ni kunu ko bre no wale a ese protect awale no ma wale no in ordinance ese protect no in the fans be ma de tokro bi obewurem ba se be be ma na me ba wa be ka me be se opena me woyire na man kan kiro na me no twempra na se kire obehu a oba no behu a enam se woni me wo ma wo nye japade bia wo me ho ntini fans wada da me na ma da so I can sue you for money.
Me bon na say e woni che say ono obi kunu ko wo a unye japade bia enu nti na obetimi akosi na agi bibi asem pata me bo a
exactly
no kwa ku
na no kwa me say wow
kasa mpacho se mubetia on say Central Fia no man mpacho ubetia on say emre bi before say that the lumba semi ebe lady bi issue bank manager bi about say we are but on say Ghana law no wan ni o mukaya
no ni papa na we na some there on to fan compare we
no ni papa na nwe o ana no ni na o
on to me fa lady na some compare
video macho yo mi ba macho mi chicha mo me ba ta me ba
don kasa
macho me ba demo kan
one so raise here yi pa Adelaide they are very important
me ba demo kan it has been even ubesha even bibi and that is what the side chick they don't get your bibi friend rule of engagement right? As I'm not talk about they'll find that was there a rule of engagement? They like do they have like a consensual engagement? Especially PDD car on any like girls now or more treaty or more year
Right. Some of them
like,
were ruled out.
yeah, they were like there was rule of engagement. There was evidence there. Now you will need so why are you coming back there? You want to sue me? So when you had to tell you become back and forth on the water now there was a proof saying there's no you can't sue anyone and friend the rule of engagement that is why I'm out for baby now even this feminist most of them true feminists don't even talk for side chicks like before that is how they see them because there's something called rule of engagement and only himself sorry for my language on what they da what the cocoa talk was you could they will check there were you enjoying it? Was there a rule of engagement? And if it was there, the only case. So on that assembly there has been precedent to prayer.
That is a don. The whole kind of quality money case near West Ukraine. Santo fi kwa ni Ukraine.
Na really the girl now. But him was treating girl on the book girl no or say abusing the count. On the count back almost like 70. And you know one edge because they're like
right.
Oh, what's not 3 days now? Boom, now as alcohol no more. Only send if I know year now I'm hard no more. They take all those things into consideration. And I could require assembly clear. Could catch them say send your bribe banker. Now go bring a kwasi juma and then bring a kwasi.
Yes, it's my young girl be a function in team.
So we need to kind of say only influential people. I went kwasi juma. And operating the first time, you know, a lot of people in Ghana, why kwasi juma so man nashi be bank manager there example. A lot of people I will feel say, oh, if I were as much we was can't many be one and be chimpana. Baby no man nashi because no money operating is because she had people behind her, and that is why. And so a young girl now who be taking inspiration from that. And yes, sorry.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, they look at the people, no.
Yeah,
they look at the people, no. I said I enticing the one she share now, or the one she share now. Just to get something.
Yeah, the reason the guys and is that because probably there's something fishy about the death and they want to cover up. And
right. If it wasn't that, I come out want to see change.
Exactly.
Good. They don't say the man is married. They know. And sometimes I can some way because even the leaders they themselves they know. But
exactly.
Ghana, no, we are interconnected people. I'm telling you. Once I interconnected, because when everyone is connected to each other. Wow. And to be like somebody young, and that is why you all be here. And so your banner don't take inspiration from it. In my baby Ghana, they did the same thing. I can tell you from it. From stop slave queen, you saw maybe you saw. The other hand of a good panimasi, Unashi, Munia obi system. I want to be a that and I want to be a court cow. Were you so free? We are now taking inspiration from side here.
What's a girl's Nisha day free a day with
I'm telling you, you know better free, nothing is gonna happen. A rule of engagement.
Yeah, but they are not ready for that. And it's they are discussing the Central Fiat. They are not ready. Don't trust them.
Well, don't mock say
so the issue and it is simple. I'm telling you, if you want to enter case now, most of the lawyers in Ghana said Obia family case you're very unique and special. Also because they know who of this side the court side. So they said Obia family issues and as a family court cases unique and it's probably way unique and also it might not be the same thing and it's true. And it's just because there was something fishy about the death.
Yes, I don't see. Oh, that's fishy. Different, no. Yes.
When you said there was a minister, there was a minister, you see Rollins time or ruling the BBM and the girlfriend. When was Saturday or a minister wonder Rollins. When you saw or the BBM and the girlfriend, you know, sir, Rollins moved a girlfriend to change, even though he was in a will. I'm wanted to
JJ or a guy.
Yeah, that's a PNDC law 111.
Yeah, PNDC law on the bar, you know.
Yeah, no say. Now, Papa, now will be there on the side chick. Oh, attack. I don't believe in the DM, but won't comment it. Or will be there on the girlfriend, the side chick. And I always say, share. I'm going to call Eddie and wife, no. So it's just because of Brigadier. Probably there's something fishy about the death, and they want. And they tell you of Brigadier, they want to. On better young cat or Lumba by force. So it's because of the death. And you won't here. Wow, yeah, Mr. Sam. You won't tell of Prego.
Nice. Don't watch that. Lumba now be cool on Intina.
Exactly.
Suspect
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm for a lot of people, your mom will show up. It's too late for them. They can't back out now, so they have to save their assets.
Penny for no more. Oh, yeah,
one on Sako came or say for ways the means then say the assets. And that's how I'm telling you, Ghana and Penny know the right thing for a banisa, our reality. They know pan and they'll never support evil. But it's because of Lumbe Wono, the banisa, someone must be a corporate. I was saying should be soon. And that's why they are doing that.
So they get the Okun and the other also them. Because they
wow. And that's like I do your banner one of them say, oh, Oprega is Mark will make what they are more about Ghana. You better do free. I'm telling you, sorry for
exactly.
But I better do free. Nothing is gonna happen.
Undo free crampona. Only no home no the opposite when you're near free no prego.
Yeah, nothing no prego. Exactly. And to make
so your man now so worry. Now so called Ghana now so called also called transfer my you be free and so.
And you just own up to your responsibilities. And I make an old it's up to you. At the end of the day, make sure say, oh yeah, there benefit I'm out. And then I make I say, even feminists can put they even insult.
No, I would say Adelaide can say we have Adelaide was say.
You say, hold on, my repeat it me kind. Say. So also so your bema. Now so kwa chifema. Okwa Ghana na kwa chifema. Also kwa you be free.
No.
So they are two bad, all right.
Me no my we say me family.
There's a whole lot of things you have to learn. A lot of people are taking their comments in this issue, but
right.
By law, a lot of other senior people are for karma, especially Lumba.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lumba. That is karma. If you have to do this, to be without Ethiopia.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot. The American,
there are some people they don't want us to talk about it. Say, and a dead room by a legend. Who are you to talk about dead room by mistakes away the way? No. Because
now you should go and say
now legend no this is fun to me and
Asanto fi me ba.
Yo,
apart from say
na pidi the way that no boy legend champion
that room by Yanko Pacha or the man in it came to a point here. A ban in marital status now. But people don't want us to comment on that. Say, be a yes, you should be there. Everyone say it doesn't matter.
I don't know how to that catch him. Why am I simple? So,
our last someone here, the quite first one name may be a big deal because a my will be a opa or you'll be a mano. Say, well, no one ya drink say. Bia wona net one man wafa na chia that is it the room as e beba I don't know the SEO that room ba asem no no and then you should be from no but say Yankopa che do the man or boy him the why dey or perfect but say sad na kwa dey and then akofa oyunu abai na ye can be no
dey be on them really Ghana for no make we on able to differentiate between objectivity. One say, who can Lumba say, no, say, Patrick Lumba and the legend. No, we are not talking about his talent. We are talking about his social life. That is what we are talking about. And no, that even say Lumba wasn't a legend. Lumba wasn't great. Once again, we mix things up. They told say you shouldn't say anything about them. Don't talk anything about them. But it doesn't work like that. Obia went ups and downs. And him being a public figure, people will talk about it to get something out of it. But same way I come back and forth, they catch up. People that are part of the equation, a lot of people are getting their karma. But some of us, we can say now. Right. After every issue, we have unleash a lot of things for us to learn. Say, sometimes when you say something, say something before it's too late. You see, so
yeah, and only there. When he say So no crew to no who's so kuno ye maybe or fair forget ya speak out to speak out. Na handle no from the beginning.
Ya ka say na nimbe gu asisi.
Men trying to say the Akosua a protecting lumber legacy enne ubiti baby on any be pre hono.
Right.
Anything about
Hold on. Adlid Masaba. Speak out saying, Yetiha, Enna,
Adlid, feeling too.
Masaba.
Eba, Saka first, I'm running a catcher on movie. Also, what
me say, so what worry? Now, once now, we're home. Now, call Ghana. Now, who could dear almost be free. Now, you're free. And I walk as a speaker, and I walk as a speaker up on this animal. Yet, hey, na a friend is a yasapon, you records na, antenna show. A dear man for you know. The baby nipa baby, and nipa become once. Mammy Akosua Kasa, yes, so one Kasa. Yasapon, you Kasa, yes, so Kasa. A dear baby, not to Muzip,
Mrs. Adlin, but you know, say, yeah, sorry, this topic, when you said your man call your FM station, after several papa no we no just had any vindicating no when is that vindicating
vindicating. Yes. Vindicating.
You make people know that this man wasn't there like that.
Right.
If like papa no we
and Kase speak up. So Kase speak up. Then how we into Kase speak up, but then it will be ending up like hers. And as one speaking up, so then you're gonna be like Amami Akosua Serwaa.
In the sister they didn't have a truth.
Alan, you are missing up the conversation. There's a difference between anything that you're going to do, people are going to talk about it, and there's a difference between when you see something, say something. There are two different things. Of course, if you're very reactive, there can be like you have people that will have their own opinion, and you're different. But what we are saying is that we are not saying to speak about it and like come and make noise. But when you see something, say something. And not just that we are blaming the woman, but it's going to set as a reference for you in future. Say, there was a time that I did this, I did that. So when people come out and they are talking, you are able to reference. There's a referential theory. You reference people. So you reference people.
Okay.
Wow. So, I mean, yeah, go ahead with you.
All right, don't re. Se mema on. Anase nipa da seni on. Especially bema titru. Se bema chimpina. Now we'll try as a married woman.
I studied them.
Na so dino. Engineer can say one na no be kwa ko.
Na person wo dey bibia wo na obu be wu free no. Ale susuma ase we ma ti mo ni.
Mawari on the metro. Me Mawari I say. But the thing he any new party. Mo wa ha na mre bi ma me bi menkai